Nice to see you again, Foust. I understand you want to discuss the findings and behavior of the crew on the Pro Farmer crop tour.
Nice seeing you again, Anna. Yes, I would like you to get me some of whatever the Pro Farmer Scouts are smoking, since they seem to be in another world when determining yields. See, you are still wearing that long-sleeve sweater. Is that the prescribed office uniform now? Nice job of raking DB over the coals, and getting him into anger management with Bruno. You do know that most psychologists or psychiatrists are borderline fruitcakes and usually need more therapy than their patients. I am sure that by the time DB finishes with him he will be changing his name to Vincent van Gogh. I understand Bruno is just a few criticisms away from cutting off his right earlobe and mailing it to his girlfriend.
Foust. The AgWeb crop reports are the most accurate predictions of yield in the United States at this time. Our scouts are working day and night reviewing the data from each day's work. Our projections of crop yields are accurate and undisputed. We are the best, we are the sheeple, we are superior to the underachievers questioning our calculations from the rural backwater.
I really found the estimated potato harvest in Maine and Colorado very informative but irrelevant. How did they miss the hot chili pepper crop in Oklahoma? I assume Pro Farmer has determined it has some relevance when calculating corn and bean yields in the Midwest and God's country. The only relevance I can see is that it will have a bearing upon the price of a shot of vodka at the local pole dance club where the Pro Farmer Scouts work on data. I also found that the input from the crybaby farmers in Indiana even less relevant. I mean, the tailgate party sponsored by Greg with ECI was a bit much. I have never heard that much whining since we shut the puppy dog in the barn.
Foust. I can assure that the Pro Farmer Scouts are working hard and not fudging the numbers. We at AgWeb believe that there is more to discuss than corn and bean yields in the rural backwater. Potatoes have a bearing on how the final numbers are calculated, or we would not have put them in our report. As for the hot chili pepper crop in Oklahoma, I will need to follow that one up to see what happened.
Did you say fudging? You know Custer's scouts were working hard too at the Little Bighorn, and we know what happened to him. Where did your scouts get their GEDs? Well, while you're at it, you better have them check out the watermelon crops in southwest Texas. I hear there is a big problem down there and that the water has been pumping since early May, and there is a watermelon disaster in the making. I mean, if AgWeb is going to factor in the potato crop, they probably should factor in the hot chili pepper crop and the watermelon crop, to refine their corn and bean yield projections. Man, this just gets better and better.
Foust. I will track down these errors and omissions. Remember, I do not know my limitations, and you know what 2 words do not exist in my vocabulary. Is there anything else you need to bring to my attention?
There is one more thing. It is about Greg. I understand he is using a 30-foot rope to measure 1/1000th of an acre when calculating corn yields. I think you should re-enroll Greg in the field and yield measurement course at the Corn College. You know ICF has confirmed yield reductions for Iowa. They agree with his calculations.
In reviewing Greg's Corn College transcript, he only received a C in that course. It is clear that he may need remedial education. Greg has been under a lot of stress since Heather left. But DB did get him out of the straitjacket and back in a sports jacket. I have to go to health club for my afternoon exercise session. Will there be anything else?
WTF, Greg may need remedial education and he is engaged in preparing crop reports. Man, we are screwed. When do you think you can get Greg to shave off his goatee? There is one more thing. I brought you a present. Something offensive, something you would consider disgusting, something that will make you lose sleep. This something will make you utter that 4-letter word not in your vocabulary when you open the box. I think you will like it. It is itsy bitsy teeny weeny in yellow. I want to find out if you learned that new 4-letter word absent from your vocabulary at our next meeting. I need a Corona. Again, I feel I have had all of my ambition and individualism sucked out of my soul.